Hey everybody, this is Eric Stark with Radio Arizona RV. I'm doing a video today about RV water lines, and fittings. And specifically, what you should keep in your RV toolbox so you have some spare fittings and water line in case of an emergency, or you just need to repair something. This will make it much easier than trying to track them down when after hours on a weekend, out on the road, traveling while you're camping. So first we're going to start off with the water line. 3/4 inch PEX, 1/2 inch PEX, 3/8 inch PEX, opaque in color, white in color, red in color, blue in color. The color doesn't matter. It all works the same as long as it's PEX. There's gray PEX, there's white PEX, red PEX, blue PEX. So the colors are irrelevant, but the sizes are what's important, and in most cases you'll probably have a ton of 1/2 inch and some 3/8 in your RV. So those are the two size water lines you want to keep. Now this is a 5-foot stick, as you can see. Same with this one, 5 feet. Nice piece, is straight, not all curled up. So if you can find just straight sticks like this, that's what you want to get. Just buy a 5-footer of each size that you think you need. 3/4 inch, not that popular. We don't sell that much of it or the fittings for it. So check your RV before you go out and buy any 3/4 inch fittings or tubing. And to cut the PEX tubing, you'll want a PEX cutter like that, which these are about 13 bucks. Or one like this. This is old school. I don't know if you can get them anymore or not, but I've had this one or several like this for probably 20 something years. And what's cool about these is they cut it nice and straight and easy. Easy peasy, as they say. So now with the fittings. 1/2 inch female pipe thread by 3/8 PEX tubing. 1/2 inch PEX by 3/8 PEX tubing. 3/8 fittings are used, but they're not that popular. So these are the two that I would recommend carrying in your toolbox. This one, for example, could go to a faucet because it has the 1/2 inch female pipe thread by the 3/8 PEX, and PEX is used on faucets sometimes. And there's also a coupler, rather than 1/2 by 3/8, it would be 3/8 by 3/8. Fairly popular. You maybe want to have some of those as well. So 1/2 by 3/8 coupler, 3/8 by 3/8 coupler, and a 1/2 inch female pipe thread by 3/8. Now I'm basing this on the parts I sell in my store. You might find someone that's going to argue with that, have something else to say, but I'm just going by what we sell the most of, and so solve the most problems with. Now as far as the other fittings go, there's a big whopping 5 of them. 5, I can hold them in one hand. Yeah, I got big giant hands, so that doesn't count, right? Let me take one of these apart here so I don't show you the wrong thing. So we'll just talk about the 1/2 by 1/2 inch PEX coupler first. Very common, great for splicing lines, making it longer. Get into a bind, got to cut something out, need to extend a line. That's your guy right there. Female 1/2 inch pipe thread by 1/2 inch PEX. Used on toilets and faucets and water heaters, but mostly on toilets and faucets. This guy here is a 90-degree 1/2 inch female pipe thread by 1/2 inch PEX. Now this will be on faucets and water heaters, but probably a lot of water heaters. Very common. This is one you need to have too. 1/2 inch PEX by 1/2 inch PEX elbow. Lifesaver. Go around corners, 90-degree corners, right? Get it? Got your T 1/2 by 1/2 by 1/2 PEX. Pretty straightforward, a T. If you need it, here it is. You got to have it. Then, to make life more interesting, Flaret, who makes these PEX fittings, which they're called PEX, they're actually made by Flaret, and they're called Flaret fittings. Sometimes, you know, the word gets PEX bandied around. They're called PEX fittings when they're actually Flaret. They stumble over my words there. Now this is a cap. Pretty basic cap, and it goes right on the end of one of these Flaret fittings. And what's cool about that is it can cap off something. Maybe the only thing you have in a toolbox is a T, but you really just need a coupler to go straight across this way, and you need to cap that off. That's what this bad boy would do. Got one right here. That's what that bad boy would do. Or if you have an RV where the low point drains or something similar to this, it's just a coupler with a cap on it. Or if you need to make one, you can't find a water valve, shut off valve. That would go on the PEX tubing, then your cap goes on there, it seals it off. Need to drain the tank, you just take the cap off. Pretty simple. All right, so that's it in a nutshell. These are the things you need to have in your toolbox. So 5 1/2-inch fittings. I am only showing 2, but 3 3/8 fittings. A couple of these caps. And 1/2 inch and 3/8 PEX line for sure. 3/4 inch maybe. Cutter, definitely. So that's it. So this video is going along with a podcast I did on Radio Arizona RV about water lines and fittings and what you need to keep in your toolbox. And also I explain in a little more detail about the different brands of fittings and how they work. So check it out at Radio Arizona RV.